I've decided to upgrade to a new Tesla Model Y Juniper. This is not something that I say lightly. I purchased my current Model Y in November of 2020. It was my first Tesla and my first EV. I instantly fell in love with this car and it's been absolutely wonderful. I also paid for full self-driving for a full $8,000. Subscriptions weren't even a thing back then. My car is a hardware 3 system with the old Intel processor. It's the slowest of the slow for Model Ys. Now, ever since version 12.6, FSD has been absolutely miserable for me, and it's clear to me that FSD on hardware 3 is either dead or nearly dead. Now, fast forward to now, the new Tesla Model Y is out, and Tesla is offering some ridiculous deals on buying this car. I gotta tell you about it. Now, there are a number of deals happening right now, and everything is stacking up to make this deal just too good for me to pass up. So this last week, I bit the bullet and put in an order for a new Model Y. So let's dig into my reasonings for what the upgrade is, what I'll be getting, what deals I'm getting, and then I'll show you exactly how much I'm paying for this car, and I bet you can't guess. Stick around. Now, my original Tesla Model Y was part of the very first batch of Tesla Model Ys. The VIN is in the 72,000 range out of Fremont. Build quality back then was something to be desired, and it was common to go through a big checklist to ensure that everything was okay prior to accepting delivery. With the new Model Y, things are very different. Tesla has built well over 1 million Model Ys, probably 2 million at this point, over the past 5 years, and they've definitely figured out how to finally build a good car. In addition to that, there are a ton of reasons why upgrading this was just right for me. By every measure, the new 2026, yes, it is a 2026 Model Y, is a better car compared to what I have. Let's talk about the basics. To do that, you need to compare my current car to the new one. Both cars are long-range Model Ys. My current car is almost 5 years old with just over 75,000 miles. It is also out of warranty, and even though it was very well taken care of, there are still some small little rock chips on the car here and there, as you might expect for a car that didn't have PPF, which I did add much later in the process. The new car is going to be new. 0 miles, full factory warranty, perfect in every way. Now let's talk about the computer. The current car is hardware 3 with FSD 12. It is clear that hardware 3 is dead and won't be updated too much moving forward to me. The new car will be hardware 4 with FSD 13, the latest and greatest FSD software available. More on that in a bit. And the new car will have more range. Even though the rated range between these two cars isn't that much different from my old car to my new car, the battery has degraded some. And at 100% on the battery, today it lists at 275 miles, which is kind of in the normal range of things. I'm also going to get a heated steering wheel. Most of you take this for granted, but the older Model Ys didn't have that. It also didn't have dimmable side mirrors. It had the OG piano black center console, no HEPA filter, no biohazard defense mode. The new car also has many features that simply weren't available when I first purchased my car back in 2020. It has ventilated seats. This has been my #1 requested feature, and they did it. It's got an updated interior, including LED lighting, a new rear screen. It's quieter, the suspension is better, the rear seats are motorized up and down, the frunk is improved, and it even has a drain. And when you look at it, the list of benefits between these two cars is huge. However, features just simply aren't enough. In the end, for me, and most people like me, it comes down to the dollars and cents. So let's talk about that. As of this video, the stars simply have aligned for me to make it a no-brainer to upgrade. So let's break that down. I will admit that my situation will not be exactly the same as yours. The new Model Y as of this video is $48,900 with no options. I also need to add $8,000 in for FSD since I'll have that on my old car and I'll need it moving forward. Again, more on that in a second. There is a destination fee and an ordering fee, and that brings the total price tag up to $58,630, which is about the same price that I paid for my car back in 2020. Now that's still a lot of money for a new car, and if that was my bill, frankly, I wouldn't be upgrading. However, just like handing over a pack of coupons to the grocery store cashier to lower your bill, there are a number of things that are working for me to do that exact same thing with this car. Let's start that process with the federal tax credit. Who knows how long that's going to last, but for now it is here and I'm going to take it. That knocks $7,500 right off the top, and this is a point of sale credit, so it comes right off. That now drops the total down to $51,130. There's also a special discount for people that have purchased 2020 or 2021 Model Ys. They get $2,000 off as soon as you place the order. Many people have received an email with this offer, but Tesla tells me that if you've ever owned a 2020 or 2021 Model Y, you will simply just get it. Even if you don't have the email, it will automatically be applied right after you make the purchase, and that's exactly what happened to me. So now my total drops to $49,130. They also have a deal right now where you can transfer your full self-driving to another car for free. They don't do this often. Tesla tells me that it's only going to be around for a short time, so I'm going to take advantage of it so I can lower that top line price down another $8,000. With free FSD transfer, the total drops further to $41,130. Now, let's talk about my current car. I'm going to sell it. I'm asking $23,000 for this car, and I think that's a good value given how well I've taken care of it and the upgrades that will be coming with the car. Now, I'm going to be using KeySavvy as a service to sell this car so the buyer can get $4,000 off the price as a federal tax credit. That makes this car cost to the buyer only $19,000, and that's a heck of a deal since I paid $52,000 for it, less the FSD. So if you're interested in buying this car, you can check out all the details at iowateslaguy.com and click on the menu that says for sale. I have all of the details there. Now, assuming that I can get $23,000 for this car, that brings the upgrade price down to $18,130 out the door, and things just got interesting. However, we're not going to stop there. I need to go one step further. I am sitting on Tesla referral money, and I have all of you to thank for that. For those of you that don't know about this, Tesla has a referral program that when someone buys a Tesla with your referral link, both the buyer and the referrer get something. Now, the values of the referrals go up and down from here or there depending on promotions, and there are limits to the number of referrals that you can get. Now, if you need a referral link, you can start that process at iowateslaguy.com. So for me, I'm glad to say I am sitting on $13,250 in referral money. Again, many thanks to everyone that used my link. So now we can arrive at the final upgrade price out the door, and that price is $4,880. That's it. $5,000 out the door with fees, less tax. Now, this is an absolutely ridiculous deal. Given the long list of upgrades I'm getting with this new car, for $5,000, I almost can't afford not to do it. In fact, the deal was so good, I ended up adding a few options back in. I decided to pay $2,000 for the red paint. I think it's way too expensive to be paying for, but I really like red. And I'm also paying $1,000 for the white seat upgrade because I love how they look in the car, and they have held up so well in my current Model Y. Finally, I decided that I'm paying $1,000 for the tow hitch to give me future towing options. Now, we might be getting a small camper to pull behind the Y in the future, and I just want to have the ability to get that done. Now, rack and stack all the numbers, and my car out the door is going to cost me just under $9,000. Now, this is going to be my third Tesla Model Y. When this car is delivered soon, I will have a Hardware 4 Juniper and a Hardware 3 Ryzen Model Y. I will be able to test on both, compare both, and give you my thoughts and insights on both Hardware 4 and Hardware 3 developments with FSD. Now, many of you might be saying that I should just wait for Hardware 5 because it's, right around the corner. And it might be. I don't know. Who knows? Only Tesla knows, and they aren't telling anyone. Now, for me, I simply can't wait. I needed the FSD transfer. Yes, that will likely happen again. I also needed the $7,500 federal tax credit. That could go away anytime. Finally, the Tesla referral money starts expiring for me in August, so the clock was ticking for me, and there's no guarantee that that referral program will continue into 2026. For all of these reasons, I'm very happy to buy a Hardware 4 Model Y now and keep it for at least 5 years, and I expect more. Now, if that means I miss out on Hardware 5, then so be it, because if I can't afford the car, it doesn't matter anyway. And if you're interested in upgrading, I strongly recommend that you take a look at a lot of these discounts as they may apply to you as well. In fact, there are some discounts that I don't apply for, which is like the military discount, which would give you another $1,000 savings on your order. That just doesn't apply to me. Finally, make sure you start with a referral link, and if you want to start with iowateslaguy.com, that would be great. I have so much content planned for this new car, starting with the delivery, and you will see it all while it happens. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.